Hello everyone, welcome to GametechUK and this video about Deadstick. Now many of you remember last year EGX, I sat down with the developer, had a play of this game, and ever since then it's been really quiet. The developer even come out a little while ago and apologised for being so quiet and said more news will start to filter very soon. That's starting to happen now. A little while ago they did a live stream for which I will put a link in the description below if you want to watch the full video in its entirety. But what I'm going to do in this video is just literally recap on a couple of little bits that I found interesting and just bring you up to speed in a very short video. So the developer started out by explaining why it's taken so long to get to this point, and one of the main reasons for that is their fact that they don't want to use aerial photography within the game, which is the norm in flight sims. So the lower you get, the flatter the environment feels. They don't want that in this game. Every single tree, rock, blade of grass is all going to be handcrafted in the graphical engine. So you've got a complete environment, whether you're on the ground and parked up and you can walk the entire map if you want to, or whether you're flying and looking out the window. Everything is going to be handcrafted and full 3D, regardless of the height that you're at in the plane or on the ground. Regarding the environment, it's a full island, 17,000 kilometers squared, based on Alaska. They've done an island for the reason that obviously, if you fly too far out, all you got to do is turn back and go back to the island. But they didn't want it where you're going to hit a brick wall and hit an imaginary wall and be told to turn back. So for immersion, that's great. Also for expanding on that, it's an island, so they can just keep adding to it. And regarding early access, when it comes to early access, we're going to have this one island, the 17,000 kilometer island, which is the southern island. There is another island coming soon in a development cycle, but at early access we're going to have one island and one plane as well. Regarding the accessibility of the game, because inherently flight sims are quite complex. Well, this flight model isn't going to be dumbed down at all. It's going to be a full flight model, but the relatively simple nature of these planes means it's going to be accessible, and they're going to try and help you as much as they can. But there's not going to be a big green waypoint telling you where to go. There is going to be a certain skill level within the game, but they're going to try and make it as accessible as possible. There's two features to the plane as well. There's the wear and tear. The wear is obviously the natural breakdown of things like the battery, the air filter, and the plane itself. And you've got the tear feature, which is how you treat it as a pilot. So you start bashing it about and being erratic with it, the wear and tear is going to go down even faster. It's essentially a survival game, and the thing to keep alive is your plane. One of the most interesting features for me was the discovery aspect of the game. So you're going to start the game knowing where a few tarmac runways are. Still challenging, but they are tarmac. Well, the idea is, while you're up in the air, while you're doing your jobs, is to keep an eye out and map the island for remote destinations such as grass runways, fields, anywhere you can land, to get in touch with the communities, to build your reputation and get more and more valuable jobs. The developers also stated the fact that when they come to early access, they don't want it to feel bare bones. They want it to feel like a complete experience, right down to the fact of all input devices. So as long as your input device can be seen by Windows, it's going to be supported in this game. So your Warthog, all the Thrustmaster equipment, rudders, even a gamepad and keyboard and mouse is all going to control this game. Also, there is going to be a VR mode. Now, to start with in early access, you're not going to be able to do the whole game in VR. You are only going to be able to do a mode which is sitting in the actual cockpit and flying around and enjoying the beauty of the environment that they've created. The reason that the whole game isn't going to be in VR to start with is because some of the aspect of this game is in the workshop, first person mode, picking up products, working out where to load them on the aircraft, and they just haven't perfected that bit yet. That's coming, so you can play this whole game in VR eventually, but to start with, at least they're giving us a feel of what it's going to be like. And they said it's amazing. Sitting in the cockpit looking at this 3D model textured environment is absolutely fantastic. So the early signs for this game in early access are looking fantastic. One of the most exciting features for me was the fact that multiplayer is coming to Deadstick. It's not going to be at release in early access, but just down the line, they're going to bring multiplayer, and there's going to be a couple of different modes. The first mode, which to me sounds absolutely amazing, is a passive multiplayer mode. So you're flying around the environment like it is behind me, and you can actually see other players in your airspace. You can talk to them on the radio. You can have options in the menu for, whether you want to be able to crash into people. You can turn that off, so you're not going to have griefers. But the fact that you can see other players in the environment, I thought was absolutely fantastic. The multiplayer is going to move on further down the line to a navigator and a pilot situation where one person can fly, one person can sit in the back and navigate a map and charter the environment below you. I think it's, you know, it's a very ambitious project. And don't forget, this is only a 4-man developer team. I think it's really looking fantastic, and I can't wait to hear more. Also, console was mentioned again. I mean, I did a video about this a little while ago. Could this game come to console? I think it'd be absolutely fantastic. And they said whatever is the most demand gets the time spent on it. So if you are interested in this coming to console, don't forget to leave a comment in the section below, just letting them know, because there's a small developer team. They will go round to videos like this and check out the comments. So if you want this on console, let them know. If they don't know, they won't develop it for it. So if you want it, let them know in the comments below. So that is it, everyone. Hopefully you've enjoyed this cut down recap of the live stream, and I'll be doing more of these videos as well. And of course I'm going to be playing this on the channel as well, using the flight chair, using the flight stick, the Warthog HOTAS. I'll be really getting into this game. You know, Euro truck in the air, yes please, sign me up. That is it, everyone. Have a lovely day. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a cheeky like. I'll see you next time.